1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Kilani. First, the headlines. At the United Nations, Pakistan has reaffirmed its commitment to cooperate in efforts to counter terrorism. Minister for Economic Affairs has said key economic indicators are showing strong performance despite challenges posed by COVID-19. Election Commission of Pakistan will observe the National Voters' Day across the country tomorrow to create awareness about the importance of registration as voters. The 49th martyrdom anniversary of the 1971 war hero Major Shabir Sharif Shaheed Nishan-e-Haider was observed today. All Parties Hurriyat Conference says India is conspiring to portray the Kashmiris' indigenous struggle for right to self-determination as a foreign-sponsored movement by staging false flag operations in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan has announced an 18-player national squad for the T20 series against New Zealand beginning from 18th of this month. And now the news in detail. Pakistan's permanent representative to the United Nations, Munir Akram, held a meeting with the Executive Director of Counter-Terrorism Committee of Security Council, Michelle Connex, in New York. They discussed areas of common interest and reaffirmed their commitment to close cooperation in the efforts of counter-terrorism. Speaking on the occasion, Munir Akram said Pakistan looks forward to working closely with the UNCTED and strengthening bilateral cooperation. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says Pakistan has provided irrefutable evidences of the Indian state-sponsored terrorism to United Nations. Addressing a news conference in Multan today, he said India has become a terrorist state which has been taking unjustified measures against minorities, particularly its Muslim population. The Foreign Minister said voices against New Delhi's Kashmir policy are being raised within India now, which is a big diplomatic achievement for Pakistan. He said Pakistan has given two-time consular access to India for its spy Kulbhushan Yadav, but the New Delhi is escaping from the legal process. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Pakistan wants peace in Afghanistan and the peace process between Afghan government and Taliban is moving forward. Minister for Economic Affairs Khusro Bakhtiar says despite the COVID-19 pandemic, Pakistan's economic performance remained strong due to prudent policies of the government. In a statement today, he said macroeconomic indicators showed positive trend during the last 6 months and growth is being witnessed in different sectors. The minister said current account balance is $1.2 billion after 17 years and construction package has augmented the production. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Shibli Faraz has expressed displeasure over the increased coronavirus cases in Peshawar and Multan after PDM's public gatherings. In a tweet today, he said such political gatherings are becoming a major cause of corona spread in the country. The minister said holding of such gatherings is tantamount to the violation of law and SOPs. Shibli Faraz said opposition leaders have quarantined themselves in their homes in a comfortable environment while people are being used for personal gains. As the second wave of coronavirus sustains in the country, 50 more deaths and 3,308 new cases have been reported during the last 24 hours. The death toll from the pandemic in the country has now reached 8,361, while 355,000 patients have recovered. There are now 53,126 active cases of COVID infection and positive ratio is about 7.94%. Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Poverty Alleviation Sania Nishtar says phase-wise Ehsaas survey continues across the country to register deserving families in different programs. Giving replies to various queries on Twitter today, she said registration desks are also being set up at the Tehsil level to facilitate the deserving people. Sania Nishtar said in the first phase of Ehsaas Kifalat program, payment is being dispersed among 4.3 million registered women. This is Radio Pakistan. Election Commission of Pakistan will observe the National Voters' Day across the country tomorrow to create awareness about the importance of registration as voters. The main event in this regard will be held in Islamabad, where Chief Election Commissioner Sikandar Sultan Raja will address a ceremony. Ceremonies will also be held at provincial offices of the Election Commission in connection with the day. The National Voters' Day is celebrated in commemoration of the first general elections of Pakistan held on 7th December 1970. The primary purpose of commemoration of the day is to create awareness among the general public about the importance of vote and inclusion of all segments of the society in electoral process. Pakistan Navy ship Tabuk visited Port Aksas of Turkey on its return passage to the country. The visit was aimed at strengthening bilateral ties, enhancing naval collaboration and interoperability with Turkish Navy. Commanding officer of the ship called on Aksas Naval Base Commander Rear Admiral I. Kurtuluz Senvik and discuss matters of mutual interest. The host military dignitary acknowledged the Pakistan Navy's contributions in ensuring regional maritime security. The 49th martyrdom anniversary of 1971 war hero Major Shabir Sharif Shaheed Nishan-e-Haider is being observed today. He was awarded Pakistan's highest military gallantry award Nishan-e-Haider for his valor and bravery during the 1971 war. Pakistan Army has paid glowing tribute to Major Shabir Sharif Shaheed, who was also recipient of the Sword of Honor from Pakistan Military Academy Kakul and Sitara-e-Jurat in 1965. The Director General ISPR in a tweet said that Major Shabir Sharif is a symbol of valor and patriotism. A wreath-laying ceremony was held at the monument of Major Shabir Sharif Shaheed Nishan-e-Haider in Lahore today to pay homage to his supreme sacrifice in the line of duty. According to ISPR, Major General Raza Izdad laid floral wreath on behalf of Pakistan Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa at the monument. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All-Parties Hurriyat Conference has said that India is conspiring to portray the Kashmiris' indigenous struggle for right to self-determination as a foreign-sponsored movement by staging false flag operations in the territory. According to Kashmir Media Service, the APHC, in a statement issued in Srinagar today, said that 19 November 2020 attack in Nagrota area of Jammu region was the handiwork of Indian secret agencies, but the Modi-led fascist Indian government is trying to blame Pakistan for it to defame Islamabad as well as the Kashmiris' freedom movement. The APHC pointed out that by staging such dramas, New Delhi also wants to divert the attention of the international community from its state-sponsored terrorism in occupied Kashmir. The APHC maintained that in the past too, Indian agencies orchestrated many such false flag operations, including Chhattisinghpura massacre, Samjhota Express blast, and Indian Parliament attack to mislead the international community. Amir of Kuwait, Nawaf Al-Ahmad Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, accepted the resignation tendered by the Prime Minister Sabah Al-Khalid Al-Sabah today. The state news agency CUNA said that resignation is part of the routine procedure after the general elections that took place yesterday. The news agency said that the Amir asked the cabinet to stay on in a caretaker capacity until the new government is appointed. Pakistan has announced an 18-player men's national squad for the 3 T20 against New Zealand to be played on 18th, 20th and 22nd of this month. The squad, led by Babar Azam, is scheduled to depart for Queenstown on Tuesday after completing their 14-day isolation period in Christchurch. For the T20, Pakistan have recalled Hussain Talat and Sarfaraz Ahmed. And finally, the weather. Cold and dry weather is likely to prevail over most plain areas of the country during the next 12 hours. However, cloudy weather condition with light rain, snowfall over hills is expected in isolated places in Kashmir, Gilgit-Baltistan, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And this is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.